With all the flat earth videos I've been making, I get the same question over and over again about lunar eclipses. How is a lunar eclipse possible on a flat earth? I covered this topic before on my previous channel, but I want to go into a little bit more detail with this one. First off, let's take a look at the phony baloney ball earth. And this is a supposed lunar eclipse with this model. As you can see, the top portion of the moon should be illuminated and the bottom portion should be darkened. Just another image just representing the supposed orbit of the moon around the so-called ball earth. Now, take a look here. Again, the top portion should be illuminated, the bottom portion darkened. At this angle, this perspective, again, the bottom portion should be darkened, the top should be illuminated. Now, let's look at this video. Actually, I have two videos that I want to show recorded the same day from two separate locations, two different states. One from New Mexico and another from Illinois. First off, let's take a look at the footage right here from just north of Santa Fe, New Mexico, looking towards Los Alamos. For a better perspective, let's take a look here at the map. Again, just for reference, for Santa Fe, so again, just north, so it's the angle you're looking at right here. And as you can see, the upload date was December 10th, 2011. Okay, let's take a look at the actual footage itself. Start from the very start, from the very beginning. Talks about phenomenon. Let me back up here a little bit, actually. Let me pause here. Talks about the phenomenon of this eclipse. It's called the Selenian event. Now let's take a look. Go to this part right here. Now take a look at this time lapse of this moon, where both the sun, again, this is the sunrise, the sun and the moon are both above the horizon. Look at the top portion of the moon. It's darkened. Again, going back, put pause here for a second. Going back to this model, the top portion should be illuminated, of course, and the bottom portion darkened. And you're not getting that. You're getting the exact opposite. Okay? Let me play this again so you understand what's taking place here. So this definitely proves this is not caused by the so-called ball earth. See this? It's clear as day. For all those people saying the lunar eclipse debunks the flat earth, you're completely wrong. I'm going to let this video play once again. Just look at all this footage and realize the most important aspect of this is during the sunrise. Okay? And there you go. Now, taking a look here, I showed this before with this guy here in Illinois. Okay, take a look at this footage once again. Basically the same exact thing. Like I said, the same exact day. And they get the same exact results.
6:30 in the morning. It's about 18 degrees out here, and we're standing on top of Cahokia Mounds, just east of St. Louis. Behind me is a full moon, which will soon be going into a full lunar eclipse as it sets, kind of a rare experience, while at the same time behind us, the sun is already beginning to rise. So this could be a very interesting and beautiful experience. So it's about 6:55, and as you can see, we're getting a little bit brighter out here. You can see the shadow creeping across the moon. It's a little hard to see, I'm sure, in the camera, but from here we can see nice and clearly. It's about a third of the way covered. The moon is starting to turn nice and orange. Over my right shoulder, you can see downtown St. Louis and the nice early morning sun, which is getting very bright. The eastern horizon behind us. Yeah, we can see it's practically day here yet. We still have the full moon out, which is slowly eclipsing, and it's still cold. Okay, so it's now about 7:04 a.m. and over my shoulder you probably cannot see anything, but through the stacks of the refinery back there, we can just barely make out a little bit of the moon left. It's about 2/3 the way covered with earth shadow, and it's turning a sort of pale orange, pinkish color. But with the bright morning sun coming up, there's not much not enough contrast to be able to see the moon there. We can still see it just a little bit. What I find very interesting is I was expecting the shadow to come upward across the moon as it would go down and it would pass into shadow, and actually it's going the other way around.
And there you go. This is because the indoctrination from the school system, people just blindly accept and believe what the textbooks say. He's just trying to piece it all together, again, trying to rationalize everything so it fits along with what science says, which is an absolute lie. Again, science book, the school books, the Freemasons that put it all together, it's all about duality, the exact opposite of what we're told. Everything is the exact opposite of the actual truth that we're taught in the school system. Nothing but lies.
Around the Earth, it's moving farther up, even though the sun's light is actually coming from over there. It's actually coming underneath the Earth. So
no, it's not. The sun is not coming. The sunlight is not coming from underneath the Earth. Give me a break. Again, just trying to rationalize why it's not adding up to the science books.
So if you imagine, the sun is here, the Earth is here, and the moon is back here, and this light was coming under the Earth.
But how can that be? You just showed yourself the sun is above the horizon. So again, he makes absolutely no sense trying to explain this. Sad. It's very sad how people can't get off the lights. Instead of saying, you know what we were taught doesn't add up, doesn't make sense, what's going on here? They can't do it. Because then you're considered crazy. You can't go there. That's exactly what's taking place.
But the moon must be rotating around even though we're turning, so it looks like the moon is going down. It's kind of an optical illusion. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, an illusion.
So the sun is scheduled to set at 7:08. I'm sorry.
The only illusion is what you're taught in the school system. There you go once again. Top portion is darkened, and the bottom portion is illuminated. And with this video clip, again from New Mexico, there's no narration for this video. Can't explain this. Science cannot explain this. Again, let's take a look here at what space.com has to say about this occurring. Space.com's website. Scroll down. See what it says here. This interesting skywatchers should attempt to see the solar eclipse of the moon and the rising sun simultaneously. The little used name for this effect is called selenium, a phenomenon that a celestial geometry says cannot happen. So there you go. They say it cannot happen. Why can it happen? Of course, because we don't live on a ball Earth. Now, taking a look at all these images provided by NASA over the years of the supposed ball Earth. Of course, I've covered this many times. None of this adds up, but 2012 in North America, look at the United States. Look how large it looks, look how big it looks in relation to the other so-called ball Earths. So what I'm getting at is this. For all those that try to debunk the flat Earth, before you even try to debunk the flat Earth, prove your ball Earth. And you can't, because all NASA has ever given us, again, is nothing but fakery. This is the foundation of your belief, and your foundation is crumbling when this is all you can provide. Complete joke, complete insult when you believe this is, this is legitimate or this is real evidence or proof of anything. So once again, before you even start a debate on the flat Earth versus ball Earth, you got to prove your ball Earth. Till then, you have no debate. Just take a look at these images of the moon during the day. Obviously, the moon is not in deep space. If the moon was in deep space, this wouldn't happen. You wouldn't see the moon during the daytime. Clearly within Earth's so-called atmosphere. How clear can it be? If you still believe in the lies of science, you're stuck on stupid. And not be able to see with your own eyes that, again, there's no way the supposed moon is 238,000 miles away. And you can see the blue on the moon within. Let's take a look at this image here. You can see the dark spots on the moon, the dark areas on the moon, I should say. And during the day, you see the blue. These are just images, static images, but let's take a look at this footage as I shown before. Take a look at what's going on here. You can clearly see, once again, this is going to prove, without a shadow of a doubt, we live on a flat Earth under a dome. As I've shown before, I'm going to get a little bit of a close-up of this footage once again from this P900 digital camera. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Again, you can see the transparency right through the moon. It's the blue sky you're seeing behind the moon without a shadow of a doubt. Move up a little bit more here, and there you go. Okay, you want to explain this for all those that believe that the moon is 238,000 miles away? See what you're looking at here? The moon is semi-transparent. But again, going back to this image, you see the dark areas. You're looking at the dark sky through the moon, just as I showed here. The blue sky through the moon. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. This proves the flat Earth, and once again, everything is within the firmament. Now, people talk. I should mention this as well. I mentioned this before. I get this question asked almost daily. What about meteorites that fall to Earth? Understand, everything again is within the dome, within the firmament. Everything that's falling down, as it states in the Bible, stars fall to the Earth, and this is what basically happens. That thing goes through the dome. It's waters above, like the Bible states. Very simple. Once again, once you understand this simple image right here, will prove without a shadow of a doubt that the moon is not 238,000 miles away. It's definitely within the so-called atmosphere. Again, this moon itself, during the daytime, proves we live on a flat Earth within the firmament. And also, like I stated in my previous video, what's the deal when we get a moon during the daytime? Of course, the sun and moon at the same time. What does the other side of the supposed ball Earth get? The sun and the moon basically circle around the flat Earth, just like a clock. This is exactly what you're seeing. And I played this clip before with the weatherman trying to explain away why you can see the Chicago skyline 60 miles across Lake Michigan. Take a look and take a listen.
Found this photo from Grandmere State Park. This is from Joshua Nowicki, and what you're seeing here is a mirage. We typically would not be able to see this from the Lake Michigan shore. We talked about this last night. Conditions are right on the lake that we're actually seeing a mirage.
Again, I pointed this out before. With superior mirages, they would be inverted, not like this. So again, when the foundations are lie, they have to keep lying to keep their lie together, keep their lie intact. I don't know if he's just playing stupid or what, but definitely this is no mirage. Let's take a look a little bit, listen to a little bit more
Of the Chicago skyline. Very interesting. Here's what's happening. This is a good example of a superior mirage. So Joshua was on the Lake Michigan shore. He was looking towards the west, and Chicago's beyond the horizon. Should not be able to see it. However, with the right conditions, we have an inversion. We have cold air near the cold lake water and some relatively warmer air above it. This will bend the image of that skyline back towards the viewer. And so typically we would not be able to see this. This image would be viewable from much, much higher in the sky.
And as I pointed out before, a superior mirage is inverted, just like this. And you saw that Chicago skyline? It was right side up. You didn't see that inverted mirage. The guy's flat out lying or just misinformed. And another example of a superior mirage. Again, you see the inversion. And again, another image, another photo of the Chicago skyline. And obviously, these buildings are not inverted. Also note, the sun is much closer to us than we're told as well.
They have taken the hearts and minds of our leaders. They have recruited the rich and the powerful, and they have blinded us to the truth.
Just like the preacher man said, and they live. They've been blinded to the truth. And the truth has always been in plain sight. There's so many clocks with the moon and the sun on them. And you'll see that hour hand next to the moon and the minute hand next to the sun. That's exactly how the moon and sun work. with the moon moving slow and the sun relatively moving at a faster rate. Now, taking a look at this model here with the flat Earth, with the sun and the moon revolving above the flat Earth, again much closer than we're told, nowhere near 93 million miles away, more like 3,000 miles away. So again, understand, the moon moves much slower and the sun moves at a faster rate. Now understanding, bring this down here a little bit, why you get the polar nights and the 24-hour sunlight in Norway and Alaska. When the sun is positioned closest to Alaska and Norway, it's basically rotating over these regions. And that's why you get these 24-hour daylights during specific times of the year. And that's why, again, certain points of the year you're going to get constant darkness down in Antarctica. Now understand, you're never going to get 24-hour sunlight in Antarctica, for the simple fact Antarctica is the ring around the world. So, for example, when the sun, say, is positioned right here and is moving along, of course, it cannot cover the whole ring and go round and round and cover it. It can only take place near the so-called North Pole. So this is a very short video explaining the polar nights. Now quickly explain the polar nights. Here in Svalbard, Norway, you can see this image here. Now let's take a look at it on the map. And this is, of course, the false map that we are given in the history books in the schools. So again, it's that simple. Why you get 24-hour nights and 24-hour days in this region up here. Again, with the so-called North Pole, with Alaska and Norway in this region. The sun altering its position on the flat Earth. Down low here, you don't hear about, again, 24-hour daylight in southern Argentina, Chile, and New Zealand, South Africa. Doesn't happen because, again, on the flat Earth, which makes the most sense, the globe Earth makes no sense whatsoever, easily explained with a simple demonstration. I'm getting a lot of questions about satellites. You know, this is their evidence that the Earth is a ball. Now let's take a look at these images of these satellites. Do these look real to you? I want you people that talk about satellites all the time to show me a real image of a satellite. All you get are these CGI images, not a single real image of a satellite anywhere. Why is that? All we get is this fake garbage. You get a CGI satellite, you get a CGI planet, all bogus, 100%. So, for all you people coming to my channel, talking about satellites, make a video, produce real satellites. You can't do it because they don't exist, period. Supposedly close to 3,000 satellites up in space. Again, all we get is this fake garbage. Now let's look at what ISS has to produce as far as real satellites. Get that fake garbage. You get this. All CGI, computer animated. Looks like a video game. Where are the satellites? You don't see any because they don't exist. Look at this. Wow. You believe this is real? If you believe this is real, you're going to believe every single lie NASA, the media, your government tells you. You've been completely blinded from birth. You believe everything you've been told your whole life. And any time someone questions an official story by your leaders, you get angry, you get upset, you get defensive. Because no one likes to be told they've been lied to their entire lives. Just keep watching this video, and again, show me where the satellites are. There are none. At least with this fake computer animated garbage, I'm surprised they didn't make any fake satellites. I guess they think, oh, here's one. This must be real. Because this video is provided by NASA. But all you get, again, is computer animated garbage. Your whole life is nothing but garbage. Full of lies. It's all you get. You get angry at so-called conspiracy theorists who tell you the truth. Haters of truth, lover of lies. And some might ask, how does technology such as GPS and other technology that require satellites? It's very simple. All by ground towers, high-powered ground towers, and under ocean fiber optic cables.